Hey everyone, to the front of you, I am here to say lateness of words power. While speaking, why do we get some lateness while speaking? About of that, in this video, I am gonna to discuss. So friends, please you watch of that video on and on. If you watch of this consistently of that video, then definitely you will be understood completely concept which I will have in this video. So friends, which I am going to mention the beyond of you that point about you will have to listen meticulously, and after that you will have to realize you'll have to conjecture to yourself right now whatever I have got that I am getting well or not getting decently. That matter about you will have to record. Okay, then okay. Let me talk about that points. Why do we get often word absence of the words while speaking? Friends, if we commence to exactly speak of any kinds of the meter, at that time we do not live exactly in perfecto sense. That's why we are muddled and we are unable to glean up that meter, we are unable to fumble up that meter inside of the mind while speaking, and we start to feel just ourselves as right now what to speak, not to speak, how to collect up the sentences, and how to bring up the sentences. Like this meter exactly it starts to come in all of us mind while speaking. When if like this situation it's going to you, then you have not need to do up more any other kinds of the thing for reforming of that word lateness of word power. You have to do only one thing. If you do one thing, definitely you can rectify your words power, and you can speak bluntly of anything whatever you will want to have the front of anyone. Why not the front of you just stop and a big fish is standing while any legend is standing the front of you, even just across of that person you can talk of any kinds of a meter in certain manner, but you will have to remember one meter while speaking. That is your one perfect concept. Which concept about you will discuss, you preach, you convey of your minds one light topic, and you comments to speak. Your speaking will not puddled or speaking will not hobbled. But for speaking of any topic, for speaking of any concept, even you will have to recollect upon more meter. That is your what, that is your thinking. Means which you are thinking continually, that you are thinking how, means from which manner are you thinking about that, you please try to ask to ourselves. If that answer, if that answer it will come to you, definitely you understand that you will be eligible to speak of any kinds of the thing, whether you will be deserved for having of any kinds of the concept just the beyond of anyone. And if you will not be able to care of that meter, then definitely or speaking will come out with silly sally, or speaking will come out with exactly willy nilly. You have not to stumble, you will not have to hobble, you will not have to falter while speaking. That matter about if you will be able to insert inside of the minds before speaking, you will be able to speak in lessly, you will be able to speak stoplessly. Even I have seen if any greater person who goes the front of any word, big person or the front of any word, a big shot, in that moment they exactly are following the back of thinking. They exactly kink the back for thinking. They start to think how to fumble up the points inside of the mind, how to talk bluntly of anything the front of anyone. That matter about only the speakers thing. That's why that speaking become dressing, and the person who does not think about for any concept while speaking, those persons speaking definitely become like of crummy, like of grassy. So friend, you have not need to make a full speaking like of dead duck, rather like of dead glass. If you're making like of Hogwarts of thinking, definitely your speaking will be like that, because this I have exactly realized while speaking. This event I have realized while sharing to some of the points just the front of any what prominent person or the front of any uh, uh, particular person. If I have sitting right now just for describing of any kinds of the point, then that topic about right now I have to bring. Right now, suppose that I am thinking about education. Then first of all, I will have to expose the point of the education. What is education? What learns us education? What indicates in all of us of that education? About that, please you try to scout, you try to grow up inside of the mind again and again, again and again, on and on. You please try to revolve of that points inside of the mind. You question to yourself, and even you try to answer to yourself. If you will be able to respond of any kinds of a thing, definitely on that topic you will be able to go. And if you not understand to yourself what is my accountability in speaking, what is my commitment for having of any kinds of a point just beyond of anyone about that, if you will not be able to apprehend, you will not be able to comprehend, if you will not be able to what figure out, then definitely you will not be able to expound of any kinds of the point just going beyond of anyone. This matter about you all friends have to keep remembering while speaking. Then that topic will be exactly what cleared. And if you're thinking just like of dilapidated, if you're speaking of any kinds of a thing like a hereditary, your thought always will be like of hereditary. You will not be able to make clear of any word sentences. You will not be able to make clear of any word words in speaking. If you are reciting of any story, or if you are reciting of any education so related points, then about of that education you search out. Yes, suppose that before some time I was talking about of education. What is education? What teaches us education? About of that you preach question. Yes, education is one of the most important weapon for all of us. From that education we can exactly we can see all of the difficulties, and even we can remove all those difficulties from education. And if we don't have good education, and if we will want to obliterate of any what difficulties, then that is not to be gone very soon from all of us life. If I have to obliviate of that difficulty whether that circumstance, just we have need to think the way to remove whether to obliterate. If we will be known, definitely we will be able to speak, we will be able to have, we will be able to just contribute among of anyone. And if we will not be able to what, yeah, if we will not be able to acquire, definitely we will not be able to have, we will not be able to share, we will not be able to make perfectly sentences just the front of anyone. This matter about your friends have to care. If you will be able to care, definitely your speaking will be dashing, or speaking will be wonderful. And whatever I have said to you about for rectifying of our words power, or about of our enhancing of sentences power, that completely point your friend acquire inwardly. And after acquiring that, you will have to cease speaking. You have to practice one and one, just the front of anyone. If any person who is talking to very well of any kinds of a thing just coming the beyond of you, on that you try to focus, and after that you speak mindfully. It's a small, it's a brief force suggest for you for getting and for sharing. Okay, again I will come to taking off my new concept in my new video. For till ends, bye bye, thank you.